Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to go ahead and call in Archangel Michael to clear, cleanse the space of all negative and lower vibrations from our mind, body, and soul, home and hearts, placing the white light of protection on us with his blue seal. We are also going to call in the Pleiadians because we're going to be reading out of Pleiadian Workbook, Awakening the Divine Ka. And we're still on chapter 4, Ra Speaks. And originally I made a video reading this rest of this chapter, and it was about the darkness that really kind of came onto the planet Earth and overtook it with greed and people doing dark things that weren't abiding by Thoth, who was trying to get people to do the utilize universal laws. Now, this wasn't all the Atlanteans. This was only, partial of the Atlanteans that were doing that. But unfortunately, the darkness had really kind of overtook Atlantis. And that is why Atlantis had to fall and go away. So I've decided to remake the video and bypass that. Not because I don't feel like we should face that. I definitely feel like we should face the dark and understand so that we don't make those same mistakes again. But I want to put more of a positive spin on it and hear what the Pleiadians have to say about it. It says, when certain groups came to inhabit Earth about 150,000 years ago, a large meeting of collective consciousness, including the Pleiadians, Andromedans, etheric guides, and Deviac kingdoms, was held. It was decided that a hierarchical structure would be created that would allow as much room for trust, security as possible. This was due to past experiences among the New Earth arrival with betrayal by members of the higher realms and deep-seated self-doubt. The self-doubt that was main impetus for the group to demand rulership. The New Earth dwellers simply did not trust themselves to make important decisions and be sovereign. Their request was met by hierarchies who agreed that when the time came for a supreme being to be appointed for your planet, there would be structure of descending spiritual authority with the power to override any decision made by the supreme being. The most immediate structures under the Supreme Being would be the Higher Council of 12. It is the membership would consist of 4 delegates, each from the Pleiades, Sirius, and neighboring galaxies of the Andromeda. All the members would be highly evolved light beings. Unless the Higher Council of 12 agreed by consensus with order from the Supreme Being, God, the decision in question would be overridden. This way, the people of Earth would know, at least subconsciously, that they were free from the possibility of corruption in the spiritual hierarchy. There would be a safeguard within the structure of the higher council. At least 2 members of different origins would be responsible for each area of authority in the next lower realm. For example, in the area of giving instructions and overseeing the work of healing angels, 1 Pleiadian and 1 Andromedan would overlap the responsibilities, and neither could do anything about which the other disagreed. This type of structure still exists throughout all higher dimensional offices and groups. The planetary belief is the need for authority to rule and make important decisions, for you must now be cleared. You are ready to become fully responsible sovereign beings. The existence of so much corruption in government is a product of the lack of trust and self-trust still on Earth. As the Age of Light, also called the Age of Enlightenment, unfolds, it is becoming increasingly important to end patriarchal systems of government and to return to true power to the people. Those who are not capable of handling this responsibility without bringing harm to others can be kept from posing a threat with a group decision-making process. No elected official will preside. Roles such as a meeting facilitator, reporter, or any other required will rotate among the members who are willing to serve in that capacity. In this way, one person, a small contingent, can never assume authority over others. Author's note: The Fifth Sacred Thing by Starhawk, a wonderful utopian model, is given for this type of rule, which is truly of the people, by the people, for the people. So I'm going to leave it at that. I want to get into it further because it really talks about the 144,000, but we will get into it next time. And I'm glad I chose to chop out that part. Obviously, get the book and you can read it for yourself. But to keep things on a more positive note, we all know darkness exists. And that's only depending on what frequency you're residing with. So if you are seeing all this darkness always residing in your life or around you, it's where your energy is going. Wherever your energy goes, where your attention goes, energy flows. So change the channel and start focusing on the positive and what is good here on Earth and sending life out to the planet. And I guarantee things might start to change in your life a little bit. And the frequency might raise as a result. So I love you all. Have a blessed day and namaste.